Hello, this is Lucas from BlindDrop.com. We're a local web design agency in Cochrane, Alberta, and we serve Calgary and across Canada, and have been doing so since 2001. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the one factor that can make or break your company's success online. First, a little bit about who BlindDrop is. So we are established. We've been around since 2001, like I mentioned. So we've seen lots of changes on the web, a lot of adaptation across the board as far as services go and what we offer. But there are core elements to what we do, such as branding solutions, custom web development, managed hosting, local SEO and national, and reputation management. So all of these revolve around your brand. So as a local business or national business, these are the key areas that you need to be focusing on to have a successful online presence. So the cost of progress and convenience. As the online world continues to grow, there are more choices, more information, and more competition than ever before. Mobile technology has brought our online and offline interactions closer than ever. If we're looking for a product or service, wherever we are, we research online first. While this is convenient and helpful to us as consumers, the online world is becoming equally more complex and crowded with information and choices for business owners. So it can feel overwhelming, and there are so many avenues of what we need to focus on as business owners online. And again, it comes at the I guess the ease of the process for the end user ends up being another thing that the shop owner has to be aware of, the company owner has to be aware of. So a lot of business owners don't want to deal with this issue, and it is one that is affecting their brand. It's affecting the traffic to their site, their visibility online, and their reputation. So it's a very important thing. However, a lot of businesses don't want to do it. They're afraid of this and would prefer to just bury their head in the sand and not deal with it. So what I'm talking about is customer reviews. So reviews have been around for a long time, as we know. However, what we're seeing now is reviews are becoming as important as good SEO results. So by SEO, I mean search engine optimization, about how your site is ranking in the search results in Google and other search engines, but Google in particular, because they're worth 70% of search traffic. So they are the key ones that you need to optimize for. And so with SEO, in the past years, it was more about ranking for keywords specifically and less about focus on your brand and company. And Google is now has been shifting that focus to brand awareness, brand dimensions. This is particular to Google search, but then also your social media efforts as well, and advertising, of course, too. So let me ask you a quick question. Out of these three here, the 1, 2, and 3 businesses, this is called the local pack, right? So I'm sure you've seen it when you go into Google, whether you're whatever device you're on, if you're on your desktop or mobile phone, you search for a local service or product, and a local pack like this will pop up above the organic listings. And so that is the organic listings are the regular search results that you'll see in Google. So sometimes the local pack will pop up and other times not, but for the majority of searches these days, Google is providing a local pack of relevant companies and businesses that are offering that it seems that sees fit to list there. So out of these three, which one? The majority of people are going to say number 2. The reason being, of course, is quite obvious when you look at it, that there's 76 reviews, it's got a 5.0, and it's beating out this number 3, which is a 4.8, only has 6 reviews. And the number 1 spot, which is what, from an SEO standpoint, so as far as search rankings go, we want to be here, right? However, the shift is now with reviews that people are deciding, once they get to this point, who would they call? And so right here, they're not, you're not getting a consumer or a customer going to the website. They can very often make their choices right at this level. So superficial as it is also an extremely um, deep factor because of what's behind these listings as well, right? So um, for all of the efforts that this company has done to get into the number one spot, SEO is no longer just the main factor that we're looking for. So the no reviews are pretty much like having is similar to having a bad review. It reflects a fair amount of your customer service level, your interaction online, what customers think about you, that kind of thing. So let's look at a few key factors in reviews. So there's the average star rating, which of course, we'd want to aim for 4 and 5 star reviews. Total number of reviews or lack thereof, like we're seeing in the number one spot there. Review frequency, so that is how often reviews are occurring. Of course, more frequent the better. Age of reviews, what we're talking about there is how recent the reviews are. And you can imagine that if there's a review that's 3 years old, it's not going to hold as much relevance as one that is more current within the last week or so. So average ratings across multiple sites. So this is an important one that I see with businesses in particular who have been diligent with their review gathering. They're in contact with their customers and clients, and they have a relationship with one review site in particular, and so they're pushing all of their reviews to that site. So the problem with that is we'll get into that a little bit later, but that is a factor in this one here. So we want to make sure that you have ratings across multiple sites, not just one. How a business responds to negative reviews, and I would say also how they respond to positive reviews. It's important, again, as a perception, from a perception standpoint, of your diligence in customer service. And also it reflects how you are responding to those negative reviews and offering a solution or some feedback in some way. And then the sentiment of the reviews. And with that, that's more about just if they're generally positive or negative. You can imagine with someone who's sitting here with 76 reviews and a 5.0 rating, that the sentiment would be generally positive. So again, there is a depth to reviews as far as if people want to dig in further, that they can, and read more details about the reviews. So what does this mean for you? It means that there's more influence for more people to choose your business over competitors. That's really the bottom line. Ideally, we're going to be in the number one. We're going to be in the number one spot. We're going to be in the number one spot here with more reviews than your competition, right? So we'll show how all this ties together as well. So why is this important now? So I just want to go through some stats here with you about why reviews are so important, on top of what we were just looking at from the Google Local Pack. So 95% of consumers search for local businesses online. 91% read online reviews about local business. Consumers look at between 2 to 10 review sites before making a decision. 84% of people trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. Now, this is something that's also been being bolstered over the years as people get used to reviews and reading through them. There's a camaraderie around the review culture, as far as we're relying more and more on those honest third-party reviews coming from people who have bought the product or had the service, worked with a company, that kind of thing. 73% of consumers think that reviews older than 3 months aren't relevant. So again, going back to the age of reviews, and obviously the ones that are more current are going to be of more value, right? So reviews not only influence consumer choices directly, but also play a role in your brand's popularity, authority, relevancy, trust, and consequently Google rankings. Google's number one objective is to connect their traffic to the best match based on these factors and ranks websites accordingly. So being proactive, right? Taking charge and control as much as you can over your reviews, your review management in particular, strengthens these factors, and it will improve your brand's reputation and visibility overall. So a few more stats here. Customer reviews can increase conversions by 270%. So that's a nice, nice increase if you're taking care of this issue, right? So what would one more customer be worth to you? You know, what would one more conversion be to get through to your company? 92% of consumers will hesitate to buy a product if there are no reviews left by customers. So again, if there's no review, that's the same as having a bad review. So it needs to be dealt with. 97% of consumers report that the customer reviews they read influence their purchasing decisions. So that's pretty much everyone, right? Everyone is being affected by this. And of course, the businesses on the other side of that are being affected by this. 95% of all travelers read online reviews before booking. So that's important for people in those industries and the travel industry in particular. But then everyone who was affected also by visitors coming to the location. So for those coming to Cochrane, then when they're looking for a trustworthy place that they can go to when they're new in town, also true for people when they're moving into a new place, into a new city or town, right? That's going to affect them. Consumers trust reviews 12 times more than manufacturers' reviews based on consumer trust statistics. So this is something that can also be in reference to when companies have testimonials on their website that they've garnered from their clients, and they're legitimate, they're good reviews. However, they've been internally developed and through those relationships, and so they're not they're not really considered a third party review in the same way as a review on Google or Facebook or Yelp and that kind of thing. So about 5 to 10% of consumers write reviews, influencing around 400 billion of total e-commerce sales revenue. So there's money being left on the table. Basically, whatever business you're in, if you're not dealing with this issue, you're leaving money on the table. And you're leaving it for your competitors who are dealing with this. 94% of consumers refuse to patronize a business because of negative reviews, right? So some industries, negative reviews impact them or are more frequent, I guess, based on the type of business that they're in. People are more willing to jump online and leave a negative review for certain things, for certain business types. And so that is also important to be looking at. So if you do have negative reviews and you're not dealing with them, not aware of them, then there's a deeper issue here within your business, and the review management service will help you basically gain control around your reviews and the management of them. 75% of people online trust the business after seeing a positive review. Right, so right there, that is a key part as to how you can increase the trust in your business. And really, that's what we're looking at. The bottom line for any business online is how quickly can you build trust? How quickly can you establish your authority in your niche for the services and products that you offer? So, this is done through a variety of ways. However, as we can see, the majority of people are trusting a business after seeing a positive review. So what does this mean for you? It means that you can improve your brand's trust, authority, and visibility online by dealing with this issue. So one question that I get from the SEO side of things is that, do Google reviews impact local ranking? So the short answer is yes. In a recent case study, a researcher discovered a strong correlation between reviews and ranking. On both sides of the coin. One is a loss of reviews resulted in a drop in search rankings over approximately a week, and a gain of reviews resulted in an increase in rankings. So if you're needing to increase your search rankings in Google, then being proactive with reviews will also help you to rank higher. It is one of the factors within SEO. There's around 200 SEO factors that we have to deal with. Some are more important than others. However, reviews are an integral part of that. Not only that, they are also a standalone factor, meaning that, like I showed you earlier, just the presence of reviews or lack of will affect if people are clicking through or contacting you directly, right, from the local pack. So one thing I should say also is that we're not just talking about the local pack, we're talking about when people are going to third-party review sites, such as Yelp, Yellow Pages. There's so many, lots of industry-based sites. Like House is a good one, and there's lots of them in the States. So there's lots of different sites out. I mean, there's so many review sites out there. A lot of directories have review functions on them. However, of course, there are the core ones that you would need to focus on, especially at the beginning if you are just getting this kind of system going. You got to work on that foundation first and build it up. So now let's talk about some of the common challenges for business owners. And so I've experienced this with a lot of our clients as far as when we sit down to deal with this. This is something to do with their sales cycle. It's to do with their customer service levels and how much time and effort it takes to do this, right? So one thing I want to say is don't let reviews get you down. I know this is, I think the biggest one is there's the fear around reviews, also the time management issues. So let's just go through these. So number one, they don't have a method of requesting a review in their sales cycle at all. They simply wait for the customers to leave a hopefully positive review. Number two, they have tried to gather reviews manually, but have had little luck and no time to follow up. Number three, they don't realize how important reviews are to their bottom line. They don't realize how much money is being left on the table by not dealing with this. They may be sending their customers to just one review site, as I mentioned before, and not to a variety of key authority sites. Right? So when Google's out there doing its scraping of websites and information from all of these, especially the top authority sites, it's drawing that information. When you're searching for a business or service or product, and you get the knowledge panel on the site about the top pick for them, and it will give the profile of the company. It will also often include underneath the Google reviews a little note as far as, say, Facebook or Yellow Pages, Yelp. It'll pull in some other reviews and actually show them within the knowledge panel for that company's profile, right? So Google's aware of this. And so we're not only looking to build reviews on Google, which is a great place to be as a focus. However, we are also looking to be on those review sites where your customers are also coming in through, right? So they might not be looking directly for you. They might be looking on one of these sites first. Number five, they have negative reviews that they may or may not be aware of and don't know how to address them or fix the issue. So that is a problem. Obviously, if you're not aware that that people have left reviews on these authority sites that people are looking at and you haven't responded to it, right, that's going to affect you in a negative way. So number six, they find the process overwhelming and don't know where to start. So this is again coming down to partly that fear and partly that, as far as time management goes and being able to bring all of these points together, right? So what we're offering is a review management service that helps you to take control of your customer reviews, right? We're going to be focusing on this issue specifically. It's a standalone service. So this is how we can help. We make it easy, right? This is a key part. We are working with you. This is not just a software service. This is one where we are working alongside you each month, co-managing the reviews with you. So we research and identify the best authority review sites for your business. So keep in mind also that as we are a web development and SEO company, we have the knowledge and the tools to dig deep and find those best review sites for you specifically, based on SEO as well, because it is a factor within that. We can help you automate the review request process for past customers and clients. Really, that's your treasure chest right there. If you have a good email list of clients that you've worked with in the past, there we can reach out to them and automate that process. So that makes it easy for you. You literally don't have to do anything from your side except to wait for the reviews to come in and respond to them accordingly. We make it easy to gather new reviews via email, web, and social media. So this is the other side of it for your current clients, and ones that you're just wrapping up a project with, that kind of thing. And also to reach out through social media, right? So this is something that you can integrate into your social media channels as well. And as far as, when there are brand mentions and there's people responding to your services and things through social media, that this is a good way to reach them, and directly through email. So we can help display your top reviews from a variety of authority sites right on your website with the option to share them out to social media. We can create a seamless step-by-step process that makes it easy for customers to leave a review where you need it the most. So we can help you control where those clients are, what options that they have as far as which sites we want to be promoting reviews on. We help to provide internal support to clients who have had a negative experience, improving your customer service levels. This is critical. This is something that I think is actually as beneficial to a company as getting the review itself, or even getting that 4 or 5 star review. That's great. That's good for your brand. However, when you get the negative ones, we can help you to provide that internal support so you can learn about the issue and help that client who's had that experience directly and outside of the review process at all, right? So we provide ongoing review monitoring and alerts. So this way, everything's under one roof, right? We can bring all of those key authority review sites together for you, and we help you manage them from there. And then, with the alerts, then you're being able to respond to clients as well. That's something that I'm sure you've seen on Facebook as far as response times and things like that, right? These authority sites are tracking those kinds of things, so it's important to keep up on it. And then beyond the review service, like I said, it's a standalone service. However, for our current clients and also for other clients, we can help to improve your brand services and presence even further by integrating other complementary web marketing services such as web design and SEO, display advertising, that kind of thing, right? Making sure that they're tailored to your unique business needs. So again, we're looking at it from a holistic point of view, but also specifically towards what reviews can do when they're done properly. Right, so the 4 main areas that we're looking at are review generation, review management, review monitoring, and review marketing. Right, so this is within this service what we can do. So we can help you take control of your customer reviews. So I just want to show you a couple examples of ones that of recent clients. So you can see the build-up here of total reviews once we get things going, and you can see that they are being left on multiple different sites. Depends on how we set it up as far as which ones we want to be targeting. But you can see that the main players are in here as well. And then also I just wanted to leave you with a recent client testimonial. So this one says, I want to let you know how pleased I am with the new service you and BlindDrop provided for our firm. The results in customer positive feedback and social media exposure to their buying experience has really exceeded my expectations. I know of no other way to get the legitimate positive feedback that is resident in our clients. Your solution is simple to manage, unique, and it started to show us positive results instantly. Thank you very much for your work in making it a winning strategy for our company. So again, is what we're looking to do for you is to help you take control of it, to help you manage it, to be more successful, right? To improve your brand, to improve your trust online, to improve how many people are coming through to your site or picking up the phone and calling you directly. And then also getting that feedback and customer service levels within there. You know, what I like within this testimonial is how he says that the positive feedback is resident in the clients, right? It's something that is living there. It just needs to be drawn out. Whether it's positive or negative, we have a way to help you control that and get the most out of it, make it most beneficial to your company. So thank you very much for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I will leave you my phone number, like I'm saying here. So as far as the next steps go, you can submit our review management service form or contact me directly, and we can chat about where you're at and how we can help. And what we will do is a complete personalized manual review and presentation of your current review landscape and how our service will help you, how we can help you specifically, right? So this is tailored around your current situation, where you want to go, and also your competition. Once you give us the go-ahead, we'll start to set up and integrate the review campaign for you. Our service is tailored to your company's niche. We do the majority of the tasks and management for you, with your input being only needed on occasion to approve communications and to reply to new reviews. So you can keep focusing on your business, right? That's the key. We want to help you be as free as possible to continue on with your business, to improve your customer service levels and improve your brand with minimal effort from your side, right? We want to make it easy for you. This is personalized service that is perfect for many different types of businesses, from retail to restaurants, professionals to corporations. Basically, anyone who's on Google, anyone who's in business and wants to gain more leads, gain more click-throughs, that kind of thing, to improve their brand and their presence. Whether you're a new company or an established one, you know, there's options for everyone, and this is just definitely worth the investment. Just like SEO, this is an ongoing process. This is something that we do on a yearly basis. So I would, I guess the one caveat I would have for this is that, you know, if you're serious about it, then those are the kind of companies we choose to work with, are ones that are willing to invest in this style of service, because it is an ongoing thing. The landscape of Google is always changing, goes for search engine optimization as it does for reviews. So the best thing that we can do is to be proactive and to take action, right? And you can do that with confidence when you have a review management service in place, and especially with a company that can focus on the overall picture for your business as well. So from a branding point of view, from a web performance point of view. So I'll leave this here with you. Again, my name is Lucas, and thank you very much for watching this. And if you have any questions about it, again, please feel free to fill out the form, give me a call, and we can find out how our review management service can work for your business. Thank you very much.